Soup is amazing.
It's our show title. Everybody loves soup.
Oh, yeah.
No one will have an idea of anything that's going on.
Especially when it's properly stirred. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. So bad.
Counterclockwise, little clockwise, vertical, horizontal, circles, mini circles.
Horizontal mambo.
Little pressure on the top, little pressure on the bottom. Alphabet soup.
Up, down, left, right. VA select start.
Let's get a little steamy here, guys. We need to start the show.
Well, welcome to episode 21.
Hardcore casuals. Yeah.
Get drunk, y'all. 21.
It's appropriate we were talking about those things because we are 21 now.
What? Soup?
What things, Ben?
All of the drinks.
Just soup and how to stir it properly, and how when in doubt, just have some alphabet soup and see what happens.
Oh my god. Well, soup is no laughing matter.
Especially alphabet soup.
Especially alphabet soup.
It's a mouthful.
Oh my god.
Talk about putting words in your mouth. I'm just...
I think we need to do redo.
Welcome to the party, kids. Welcome to the party.
No, it's fine.
Okay, just looking up for you.
It's fine.
We know how you feel about soup, Jen, so...
It's soup. I've got nothing else. There's nothing to add. Soup.
It's okay.
Does a body good.
She's speechless.
Episode
She's using all
21.
words.
Episode 21. Damn it. Oh my god. We obviously need no further introduction.
That's right, we're all adults here.
Are we? Are we, Daniel?
I don't know. It kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Just maybe.
Episode 21. So. Now playing.
Now playing.
Jump right on in. Who's going first? I have a lot.
You should start off then. That'll give us inspiration to build off of.
Yeah.
Really?
I like your thoughts, Ben.
I don't. That sounds like a steaming pile of BS to me. But okay, I will go first. Most notably, I guess, God of War.
Oh yeah.
Actually finished it. I think we're going to talk about it properly at some point here during the show. So, God of War. The usual roundup of suspects. So Battlefield 1, Rocket League, and Fortnite. I picked Stardew Valley up on the PS4, and I've been playing that.
Sims do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good. That's so satisfying.
It
It's
is.
Minecraft,
It really is.
right?
Yes, it's a lot like Minecraft.
With dances.
With dances.
Did you restart, or did you pick up where you left off? Or
I restarted because I never had it on the PS4.
oh, fair enough. Nice.
Yeah, so this is a new game.
Yeah, I can't wait till multiplayer.
I know. I'm hoping they actually put it on console. I have it on PC, but I don't really want to. I don't know that anybody else does. I think Dan does.
I do.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It looks fun, actually. The multiplayer thing.
You guys can get married in the game.
Can you actually marry your friends?
Yep.
I didn't
I haven't looked into the details at all.
know that it worked that way. I've been watching. I have a YouTuber that I like a lot, and he's been playing it with his other YouTuber friend. So they've been co-op playing, and it looks fun. I think the most different thing about it is that the time never stops. So you can't pause and walk away.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, and you have to both go to bed at the same time. Like, you have different houses, but you have to go to bed so it can do the next day.
Right.
So it's
Did you get to the dance? Did you go visit your friend and the dance?
Huh? What? Who? What?
Wasn't the whole Stardew thing? Wasn't that the whole like get your farmy stuff and then hope you can?
Oh yeah, she never got to dance with Sebastian, or no one wanted to
Yeah,
dance with her
see?
to dance.
nobody
See?
would dance with me, but I
You
wasn't.
have thrown enough quartz at his head, Jen.
Oh, that's
I have
right.
totally already begun the process of throwing quartz.
Lovely senpai.
You just need to
Thunk. Dance with me. Thunk.
rock. You just need to rock his world, Jen. That's what it is.
I mean, we've talked about how much I love that idea. Carrying around quartz rocks and just being like, Sebastian, love me.
Let me
Somewhere
shower
in the
you with
background-
gifts.
Somewhere in the background, there's Justin Timberlake playing "Rock Your Body."
Oh, that just ruins the entire.
Don't be
ruins
so
everything.
quick to walk away.
Yes.
That ruins
Gotta
everything.
rock your body.
I don't
At
know.
least-
I
At
might.
least your head area. I'm gonna rock your head area. He needs to remake that song.
Now, is quartz like a type of glass or a rock? What is it? Can it be fashioned in some sort of utensil or anything?
Oh my
That's
God,
a
Ben.
I'm sure there might be some utensils that can be made out of it. If
I'm just thinking for
You're hard to.
practicality's sake. You know, Stardew Valley. You're obviously you're a farmer. You need utensils and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. That's all. Man. Yeah.
lots of
No.
fortitude.
No,
that
exactly.
you use to
Oh,
put
good
those
call.
into.
good call, man.
I mean, I don't want to sound prejudiced, but I heard the farmers like soup too.
Hey,
Some of the
everybody needs soup.
originators of soup.
Everybody needs soup now and then. All right.
Especially that band, Bowling for Soup.
Oh my
I'm not a big
God.
fan of people who like chili soup, though. That's wrong.
Well, who wants that?
Excuse me. Something in my mouth there. I'm in my throat.
I could not tell you what Sebastian does with the quartz after I give it to him, but I'm sure that it could be used for such a purpose.
He's back there trying to make his remake of Queen's We Will Rock You.
He seems so happy to get the quartz too. Oh, this is a great gift. Thanks. You are so welcome. Heading back to the mine to get you some more, big fella.
God damn. This is why Jen's now playing Always Lasts Forever. It's because it's like the epitome of our derailment.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I don't think I'd have it any other way. It's solid gold. No, sorry, it's quartz.
Hello.
Solid quartz. It's a swift quartz movement in those watches they sell you.
I am weeping. Oh my God. Okay. Stardew Valley. There you go. Moving on.
That's Sebastian, huh? It really gets you worked up.
I'm telling you what, he is a cutie. So apart from that, I picked up, well, not picked up, but I picked back up Starbound, which I've had for years. And it is a PC game. It's basically Terraria in space, but
Starbound Valley.
Terraria in space, which means it's a lot like Minecraft. But they've kind of done some updates to it since the last time I played, so it has missions and goals and stuff like that. So it's different. And I like it. So I've been playing that a little bit. I got Kirby Star Allies for my birthday. And I finally pulled that out of the package and started playing that. And it is as adorable as any Kirby game could ever be. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're gonna come back to that.
We're
Ben
gonna get
doesn't
back
like-
to the psychological version of why Ben and Kirby don't get along.
Yeah, we've got to get to the bottom of what Ben's issue is with Kirby. There's some deep-seated something going on here. But it's
No comment.
Would it be a positive or a negative to say that Kirby sucks?
I think it's just a given.
It's kind of what Kirby does. But in this one, you can make friends. So you have, you can co-op play. I don't know if you can get 4 people going, but I know you can get 2 people going.
Oh, damn.
And, you actually can befriend the monsters. So you throw a little heart at them and they become your friend and they follow you around and they attack things and whatever. And depending on what power they have going on, you can actually use their power with your power. So, for example, if I'm the little swordsman Kirby, I can like hold up my sword, and if I have a fire buddy, he'll come up and imbue my sword with fire, so then I have a fire sword. Or a water sword, or a lightning sword, or etc. Like there's different combinations of things, so it kind of adds a little something to the.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's a Kirby game. It's not difficult by any means, but it's adorable and it's fun. So Kirby.
And it was free, right?
Well, it was for me. I got it as a birthday present. So
Oh, yes.
Remember, he's a man of many hats.
is he a man?
At least that's what the phrase usually says.
Is he even a thing? Like, what the hell is that guy? He's a freaking blob. And he never smiles. It's so weird.
What?
He never smiles.
What
He's
are
got
you
his
talking
little
about?
face.
He never smiles. Kirby is like the happiest thing ever.
Oh, I did not know that. I just thought he was like creepishly like stone faced with no expression that just sucks people in,
No.
robs them of their essence, and then just kills things. And I don't know. maybe I've misunderstood this whole time.
Kirby is quite expressive for something that's a tiny pink blob. Now, he may not have smiled too often in the original Nintendo and Game Boy games because there wasn't a whole lot of opportunity for for facial expressions. But he is quite a happy fellow.
Well, fair enough.
So now do you like him?
I'll tolerate him.
Poor Kirby.
Oh, well, that's our show, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
See you next week.
So, as a note,
This is the good that we bring to the world. Problem
Kirby
solved.
sucks in a good way. And, wears lots of hats, and we don't know if he's gender neutral.
I don't know that they've ever really established Kirby as male or female. I think everybody refers to him as a him, but I don't know that he really is.
I'm trying to remember, was the original Kirby a Game Boy game, or was that a Nintendo?
Which one? I don't know which one came first. I didn't have the one on Game Boy. I had
That's
the
what
one
I
on
do see.
Nintendo.
Yeah, like I played the 2, and like I haven't touched any of them since. But I don't know.
Oh, there's a lot of good Kirby.
To the Google.
There's a lot of good Kirby. I haven't played, like, there's a space of time in between that I haven't played, so I played the Nintendo game, and then I picked it back up sometime, like, way later. I think I picked it back up on the Wii when, Epic Yarn? Was Epic Yarn the first one?
Totally.
No. There was Epic Yarn, and then there was the one with the rainbow.
I'm
when
going
it
to
was
say that it was
Claymation-y.
the Game Boy game first.
It might have been. I don't know if Adventures in Dreamland came first. Or
I thought that was the one.
Kirby's Adventure. Or Nightmare in Dreamland. Whatever. But I love me some Kirby. Kirby's cute. Kirby is not difficult. Kirby is like a very zen, happy place. And I like it. So I recommend it. And what else? Oh, Swords of Ditto. The Swords of Ditto.
Swords
Yes,
of
I talked
what?
to Dan. I talked to Dan into this after playing it for probably 15 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't take
That
too
is-
much convincing.
The Swords from the Courts, or is it a...
No. They're the Swords of Ditto.
No? Okay, all
They're
right.
the Swords of Ditto. That is it. That is all.
So they do the same thing?
I
Just checking. I mean,
oh, Josh. I think they're, I don't know. It's, Anyway, it's kind of a unique game. It's a very Zelda clone-esque type dealio. You have 5 days now, because they just updated it. It used to be 4, to prepare yourself, and then you go and fight the final boss. And if you die, you resurrect again 100 years in the future as a totally different person. But you keep the money and the experience that you've gathered.
Oh wow! So when you say final boss, you mean like if you beat him, you beat the game?
I don't know.
I don't actually
I haven't
know.
been there yet.
Yeah, I don't actually know the answer to that either.
Huh?
I think so, but I haven't managed to make it to Mormo either. Mormo is her name.
Mormo. Oh, it's a woman. Oh, that's sad. I don't like killing ladies.
I don't think she's a very nice lady.
No, she's
Okay.
not. She torments people for 100 years after every time you meet her.
Yeah,
Well, after every time she kills you.
right.
That's bad.
Like the first time you meet her, she just goes, "Oh, hi, boop," and okay, on to the next one.
Right, she just stabs the shit out of you with some kind of plant thing. But it's an interesting game. I'm not very good at it. It is actually quite challenging.
Huh?
Yeah, it's surprisingly tough. Like it's like you said, it's a lot like old school Zelda, and I'd mix like Rogue Legacy in terms of like the whole, persistent upgrades, but randomizing everything else.
Yeah, everything else randomizes. So every
Yep.
time you die, it's a different town, it's a different world, like everything changes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
and apparently, like the world will be more bleak depending on how badly you did the previous playthrough, or if you get close to beating her or something like that, it'll be like people won't be as tormented. So like you kind of see the results of what you've done or didn't do.
Oh, I didn't know that it had.
I haven't played enough to say, oh yeah, for sure. But I read that when I was looking up, the game when you tried to sell me on it. Clearly, it worked.
What's really funny about that is I didn't actually try to sell you on it. I just
No, it's
described
just I looked at it. It's Saturday morning cartoons mixed with Zelda, and
Yeah,
just enough roguelike stuff that I like it. It's just challenging enough. It's just brainless enough at the same time.
Mm.
I may or
it's-
may not be playing it right now.
and it's super cute. Like it's very pretty, very well. It's like you said, it's Saturday night. Oh my God, Saturday morning cartoony. So it's very clean and like pretty,
Vibrant and it
colorful.
looks great.
Yes, and it was produced, not developed by the same people that did Enter the Gungeon.
Studio Ghibli?
No, Devolver.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was just kidding. Oh, that's another game I wanted to play too. That's the one where you're like fighting people who are made of like who are guns, right?
Yeah, everything in the Gungeon is a gun related
That's pretty
something.
cool.
Yeah. And there are some noises from Gungeon in Swords of Ditto. Like there's one enemy in particular that makes a noise that one of the Gungeon enemies makes, and every time I hit him I'm just like, oh my God. Why did they put that in here? So Swords of Ditto is interesting. Like I said, I'm not good at it, but it's fun, and I recommend that too.
Oh, I'm sure.
I concur.
you're
Definitely
well
worth checking out.
Is Josh trying to make me feel better, or is he being a jerk in disguise?
Power up.
Anyway, I think that I'm not going to talk about Salt and Sanctuary, because I'm sure that somebody else is going to talk about Salt and Sanctuary. Like, maybe Ben.
I may or may not be playing that game right now.
Yeah. So,
I am not. Seems
Joshua?
like he's guilty.
Joshua's all quiet again.
I know.
Trying to work things out. The old headset, different headset tonight, so working those angles, I guess.
Where are you right now, Josh?
I am in the state of meat chicken.
Oh, wait, chicken.
Yep.
I heard they got some good soup there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
somebody.
if our segue is Salt and Sanctuary, Ben.
Yeah.
Well, oh, yeah.
Instead of a salty soup into salt and sanctuary of soup or something.
Well,
other than Salty Sanctuary.
How did you guys describe it on chat the other day? It was like Metroidvania or whatever?
Yeah, Dark Souls meets Castlevania / Metroidvania, all that.
Without a map.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's pretty much kind of slightly a parody of Dark Souls with the whole salt thing, and they're essentially copying that mechanic. If you die twice, you lose everything, all your not gold, but all your dust or your salts, your souls. But it plays really well. I think the graphics are really nice. I don't know. I'm still kind of into it. Like I'm not necessarily at the end yet, but I'm kind of, I guess I would say about 60% of the way through. It's actually really long. I'm surprised at how many areas there are and how much there is to explore, all these secrets. And then you unlock different abilities, so that opens up other areas of the map, which reminds me of when I played Metroid Fusion. So you'd get the different suits, or you'd get the different powers, and you'd be able to go into a tiny ball and disintegrate your organs.
Whenever you were playing Metroid, did you get the guy?
No, I was actually able to find everything pretty seamlessly. No coughing or hints needed.
Or
ice beams.
It's over there to the left.
Hug. Geese.
Look.
180 degrees to the left.
Just turn the game off and end your life.
Oh my gosh. You guys are just not... You don't understand. Metroid Prime has a very complicated map, okay?
Well, it's so different too, right? It's 3D, so it's like totally, you're able to go anywhere. It's not just a side-scrolling kind of game, so I understand it's more difficult. I think I've never played it before.
Whatever.
I was trying to support Jed. God. Anyway, Salt and Sanctuary is very good. I'd recommend it if you're into the Souls game. It's very it's like a less stressful version of it. So like if you're just wanting to sit back and relax and play something similar to that, but not have to go through the intense agony of possibly losing hours and hours and hours of work because this one stupid boss that you rolled a little kind of stupidly against and lost everything. It's fun.
Tell us more about your feelings, Ben.
No, I mean, I just...
Where did the bad man touch you?
He touched me in my chest, and there's a giant, 2-foot hole from his giant blade.
Show us where the bad man hurt you.
Freaking soup. Anyway, no, but he, what am I saying?
Blew in the cartridge like this and then shoved it in real hard. Oh, wait.
Oh, my God.
Whoa. Hello.
The cartridge. What are you guys thinking of? Jeez.
For fuck's sake.
Nintendo for the win.
Gotta bend those cables. See what works. But yeah, besides that, I've been playing God of War, or finishing that game. Totally blew my mind. A little bit, not disappointed, but I think Dan feels the same way about the ending. Just, I thought there was more. I'm not complaining at all, but the way that they set it up was like, oh my gosh, we haven't even gotten halfway. I was expecting it to go to all these other places and everything, but still, it was amazing. Amazing ride. Easily game of the year so far. But I think that's it. And like Jen, just the regulars, Battlefield 1 when I can, which I've unfortunately been getting a little bored of, mainly because of the, it's World War I or World War II, depending on what day it is. And, it's frustrating because Battlefield 4 and 3 were really one of my favorite Battlefield games, and I just got so used to being able to really, so every class in that game also, they have different weapons that you can, different gun classes that you can choose. Usually the assault classes will have the submachine guns, the quick, the ones that fire really fast, and snipers will usually have rifles or different other things. And it's just the medics, which I love playing medic. Their guns have a 6-round max magazine, and it's just so painful. I mean, it's just because I'm not used to playing that way. You know, I want to get in front of people and, you know, Rambo style things, and my patience is very limited at times. So when I go in and try to,
which I find funny because I love medic for the guns. Like I love the semi-automatic rifles where, you know, each shot you have to make it count. It's like halfway between like sniper and assault. Like I'm totally digging it for the guns, whereas you hate them.
I hate you, Dan.
That's why there's like awkward silence.
Anyway, go ahead. Continue my story, Dan. That's fine. Tell them how great the medic class is.
I'm not saying that. Just saying different strikes
no.
for different folks.
No, but yeah, but it's true that I can totally see where you're getting at, and I'm sure that in the, you know, historical accuracy of it, medics wouldn't be the class that would go in and like Rambo shit because they had to be there to revive people and heal people. So I get it. It's good. It's still entertaining. It looks gorgeous. It's fun to play with you guys. It's just, you know, when you try to Rambo somebody with 6 rounds and you only hit one of that, like, you know, it's just, yeah. I die a lot, so it's good. I miss my LMGs. But that's it for me, really. Salt and Sanctuary's been great. God of War's been great. I can't think. I think there was something else I wanted to talk about, but I'm sure I'll think of it later. Moving on.
Mine is relatively easy because I was stuck in heavy hockey mode until last eve. So
Our condolences, our collective condolences to you.
you know what? It's a little tough to win 3 in a row. So
my collective indifference.
What a savage! What a savage!
It's just my feelings, Jen.
You have feelings?
No. Settle down.
That was awesome.
I think so.
But anyway, now because of all my every other night watching and all that, it's been pretty much just Rocket League, a little bit of Fortnite, and a lot of God of War. Love it. You know, mushroom stamp for that one. And I'm just going to say that I called that one. I don't have the complete Sensei Dan call waiting for us. So,
Oh yeah,
happiness. But yeah, I have not been turned down anytime yet. I was super excited to get the old weapons out for those of you that have already played and by chance got far enough. I won't say any more other than the old weapons. Spoilers.
we'll have a segment where we play some really annoying sounds so everyone knows that spoilers are incoming.
Yeah. We'll talk about this more in depth at the end.
But it has been, it's definitely been a happy time playing that. But that's really been pretty much it. Like I said, some outside of video gaming, other things have eaten my time alive. So short
Priorities,
for
son.
me this week.
Thank you, boy.
I say now, boy.
Oh, what's that? What's that thing? The
Foghorn Kratos.
the Leghorn Fog, whatever his name is.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
I really want to hear that collaboration there. At some point.
It's so bad because I have these moments where I'm going through and I'm like, through the first 3 games, I'm like, oh, Kratos is the, Captain Badass with no feelings. He's just gonna burn through everything, and now he's all like, I really want him to not to be this like muscle bound dude. I really wanted to have like the dad bod. Kratos.
Dad bod Kratos.
Boy, bring me some nachos. But that's pretty much it for me. Yeah. How about you, Dan?
I've been in the same boat as a lot of you with God of
Hockey?
War.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not hockey. Battlefield, Monster Hunter World. I really dig the Siege that they had going for a couple of weeks there, and it's going to be coming back. So I'm excited about.
I forgot to mention that.
Yeah,
oh,
well,
yeah, me too.
Yeah, we finally all got in there for the first time in a while.
Forget to mention it.
I'm just happy to see that they're adding new stuff to it, consistently. Every couple of weeks there's a new event or a new, armor skin to go for, or now, that siege that I think no one saw coming. So I'm expecting a lot of longevity out of that game, even though we don't play it, every week. there's stuff to look forward to every now and then. Aside from that, seeing as I've been digging the whole Dark Souls, Bloodborne, God of War,
Destiny
that kind
2.
of combat. Yeah, no. I picked up Nioh, and I'm not far into it, but I'm really enjoying that. I'd say even more than Dark Souls right now. So I'll talk more about another show once I've spent more time with it. But it's got the random loot drops of Diablo. It's got the faster paced action of like Ninja Gaiden, and the rest is all Dark Souls. So it's got like a good mix of those three for me with what little I've seen so far. I'm excited to see more.
Nice.
And that covers it for me too.
Excellent. Well.
Oh yeah.
So.
And then.
Let me look. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my topic list here to figure out where we're going next. I should have probably done that ahead of time, but I didn't expect Dan to be so brief.
Oh, I figured I'd stop rambling for once.
Yeah, Dan is pretty quick, so.
Brevity. I don't even know what this means anymore.
Brevity.
So, I think we should probably, with the interest of, if we're going to talk about God of War at the end, we should probably visit our resident hype train here. And talk about choo-choo, bitches. Talk about Red Dead.
The dead of the red.
Red Dead Dementia.
Oh, yeah.
Did you just make that up? That's genius.
No, I did not.
Good old Cephafa and Manny used to bring that up. Somebody that worked at
oh shit, that's so good.
GameStop had something come in where somebody was looking for Red Dead Dementia.
Like legitimate? That's what they asked for?
Yeah.
Oh god, that's fucking amazing.
Someone's mom or something like that came in and had them looking for Red Dead Dementia.
Sorry, man, we don't have that, but just wait a couple decades. Have you guys seen the trailer then? All of you?
Yes.
I have not.
Yes.
I saw that there was a trailer. This is one of those games that I'm going to end up buying because everybody else is playing it. And I'm impressionable.
You know you enjoyed all your GTA time.
I mean, I did, but it was only because we were playing together.
Hey, and you get to do character creation again. And pimp her out with
Can she be a she, or does it have to be a dude? Do I have to be a dude?
She can totally be a she. One of the protagonists in the gang supposedly is a woman, so you're going to be able to be playing it as well.
Well then, I get to be a she.
See how many Mustangs you can steal.
Oh man!
Cash in.
Put those horses in my garage.
Yeah, you can only sell one horse out of your garage every.
Oh, she's either gonna go with horses in the garage or cars in the stable. So
this horse is too hot to be stored in your personal garage.
I can't wait to put the limo tint on my horse.
Yes, the gold rims.
Oh my god!
Chrome hooves.
You gotta upgrade those horseshoes.
Bulletproof horseshoes.
Well, I like this game already.
Oh god, bulletproof horseshoes. Because they get hit all the time. That's the biggest target in a horse. Go for the horseshoe.
Aim for the hooves. Aim for the hooves.
Oh, I know that a lot of you that listen to this by chance don't know this person, but God Almighty, I'm waiting to see what Ryan's horse looks like.
Oh my god, do you get to customize? Because if you get to customize...
We already know what yours is going to be, Jen. It's going to be pink and purple pearl.
I mean, yeah.
You're going to be riding a unicorn.
just imagine Pinkie Pie in like GTA style.
It's a pearlescent horse.
Oh my god, if I could get the pearl overspray.
And the neons on the underside too.
You laugh, but if it was available, I would be there.
And the pink horseshoe smoke.
It's literally like an 80s music video. That's going to happen. And I'm not sure if Ryan or Jen is going to get to the pink and purple first.
See, See, the difference is that I'm going to do it because I like it, and Ryan is going to do it because it's ridiculous.
Because it's Ryan.
I'm pretty sure it's because he likes it too, because he's Ryan, yeah.
I'm like, look, it's so pretty, and Ryan's like, look at this. This is the stupidest thing I've ever done.
Oh, I can see this right now. We're all going to by chance have horses, and then we're going to take a video of us riding through the sunset to the My Little Pony theme song.
Oh, man. Friendship is magic.
My Little Pony.
Applejack for the win.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. That's going to be my horse right there. But seriously, this
Back to Red Dead.
No,
I'm definitely hyped for the game. More like not just for the horses and the bling that we can pimp out. The story looks pretty good, actually. What's that?
The look at my horse video.
Yeah, yes,
it was demonstrated.
My horse is amazing.
Yes.
Oh god, now I got stuck in my head.
My
horse is amazing.
I don't know this song.
Oh, we'll put it in the show notes now.
Yes, I am curious.
I don't know. Dan introduced me to it, and apparently it did not stick as well as it did for him.
Isn't there another horse meme thing that you guys quote a lot too?
It's entirely possible.
I like to quote the old Mr. Horse from Ren and Stimpy. No,
yes.
like it. That's just me. But
maybe it's a unicorn. Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah, I need to watch that too.
Oh God. Charlie, come with us to Rock Any Mountain, Charlie. Or whatever the name of that mountain was.
As our audience is collectively going, what the fuck are they talking about?
What kind of shit are you guys smoking?
Are you playing Stardew Valley? Who's playing Stardew Valley?
Chirp, chirp.
Sims do.
Chirp, chirp. What's Stardew Valley? What is that? I've never heard of this game. What are you talking about?
Hey, so what are you guys excited for the game then? Aside from the horses?
I mean, maybe.
For me. It's been so long since I played the first one that like I don't remember enough of it. So like I'm excited for it, but I'm not overhyping myself. I know I'll be excited for it. I'll pick it up, and I kind of want to look at it with a fresh set of eyes.
Yeah, it feels weird just because it's been so long.
Yeah,
I don't remember the story. I mean, I know the guy's name was Marston. He was looking for his family. No.
Do you know what I remember about the first one?
It's cowboys.
Nothing.
It's cowboys, and there was a lot of looking for fucking plants out in the wilderness. Look, it's flowers. Pick them up.
Oh, really? There was picking stuff up? I didn't remember that. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Is the
hopefully,
flowers.
yeah, I'm sure it'll be good. I really hope. I am curious as to how the online thing is going to work, and hopefully it does come out relatively soon after it releases.
I really hope that they have like poker in there.
Oh, I mean, they have to.
Oh god!
Because I would.
Five finger fillet. Holy shit! I was a master at that in the first game.
Josh is like, let's all go play poker.
That sounds inappropriate.
Poker? I don't even know her.
No, five finger fillet.
It sounds painful and unfortunate, actually. I'm not really sure
You know which one that is?
With a knife.
It's the one where you spread your hand out.
Yeah.
And then you kind of like have to go from your thumb and go in between each finger as fast as you can.
Where you stab in between. Okay.
Yeah, you stab in between. Yeah.
I'm actually fairly good at that.
In real life?
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
No, thank you.
We'll have to live stream that.
The problem is, you can be really good at it up until the one time when you're not.
I'm great at Russian roulette.
I'm so good at this game because I have only one finger on this hand.
That's the one thing to say about going all in poker. It works every time except for the last one.
Right.
I don't get it. Oh, I get it now. Okay.
It's whenever you go counting on all your fingers and you end up with like 8. No worries.
Well,
I'm excited for it. I'm super excited for it. I really just hope that it's like, a Western GTA.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
because.
I kind of hope that it goes that direction too. Have they said anything about the multiplayer? If there is multiplayer,
Like co-op or the online?
any?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, like what is there?
I haven't heard. That's what I mean. I'm kind of worried about the online because I'm sure they're not going to release it at the same time as the main game because they're going to want people to actually play through the story rather than go into the online right away. But oh man, I don't know. It seems like it might be one of those because GTA Online came out like a year after the story was complete.
Yeah, but that was PS3 and they didn't really have the I'm pretty sure that was less of the way that they wanted to do it and more of a limitation
Gotcha.
at the time. I don't know. That's just I don't really know that. Maybe they planned it that way.
Either way, it's made him a crap ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm not worried about Red Dead because, I mean, when's the last time the Rockstars had a flop? Any respect,
I just wonder what it's gonna. I'm hoping that it has an online, like something that we can all group up and go do ridiculous, stupid things with horses.
I do and don't. For me, GTA 5, I still like the single player above the online part. We've had a lot of fun time with it. And I'm not taking away from that. It's I got bored of it at a certain point.
Boo!
It's okay, but. Yeah, I really dug the campaign for GTA 5 and same thing for Red Dead. So if there's a good multiplayer on top of it, great. But if the single player is solid, then I'll be happy with that just for starters.
I would rather go to the dentist than play through the single player campaign in GTA 5.
What?
I played
Blasphemy.
It's pretty fun.
It was retardedly fun.
I watched someone play through the entire
just for
campaign
Trevor,
for
if
GTA
anything.
5.
Yeah,
Trevor
he
was
is pretty
awesome.
amazing.
Now, okay, no, it's not the story. I just hate GTA and the way it plays. I just hate it. So for me to play, it was really the multiplayer draw that pulled me in. I would not have ever picked it up. Ever.
Well, the multiplayer aspect of it is identical to the single player, right?
I know.
The way it plays.
And that's what I don't like about it.
Oh, I see.
It's tolerable, but for me to voluntarily go play it by myself is not going to happen. And I'm sure that Red Dead will have some of that feeling for me as well, but since everybody will be playing it and I don't want to be left out, I'm sure I'll be there. So, that's me.
I did play through some of the missions in there. I think one of the funnest ones was whenever he thought that his wife was cheating on him or whatever with the tennis instructor, and so he pulled the building down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That one was good.
That
There
was a
were a
fun
lot of
mission.
good things in it like that. I just don't like actually playing it.
Maybe it's the yee ass haircut.
God. Some of the dialogue between those characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Lamar though, I wanted to kill him in the multiplayer. I'm like, can we just leave him by the road somewhere? Done with this guy. But in the story, it worked.
Yeah. He was alright in the story. I still totally thought it was Bill Bellamy or one of those guys from old school MTV, but I was apparently wrong.
Well, are we done with Red Dead? Did I ask that before?
You did now?
Who is this? Where am I?
New phone, who dis?
New phone, who dis?
New headset, who dis?
Does that mean we want to talk about God of War?
We could probably do that.
Well, no, Josh. I mean, seriously, we don't want to ruin it for you. I mean,
No, you're fine.
I don't think we don't necessarily have to talk about that stuff anyway.
He's
right?
almost there.
So let's spoil the end just as he's 50 hours in and about to get there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, curses you, rawr.
All right, guys, here we go. This is the this is
one
our
of those, like,
our spoiler sound,
Uh-oh.
just so people know.
Oh god.
There we
Oh
go.
well, that's not nearly as bad as I was expecting it to be. I don't know what I expected.
NHL 94.
Probably the only one that I ever played.
Do you know the way?
Oh no.
Spit on him.
And no.
More sugar! More sugar!
All right, now we're good. Now we're safe. You've been warned.
You
Bye.
have been warned.
Oh, sorry. That was my ice cream bowl.
Oh, okay. I thought there was like a moment in there.
I heard that. Snake.
Snake!
Holy shit! Can I just say really quick? What the fuck were people thinking when they reviewed Metal Gear Solid 5? Like, holy shit!
It's that scene that killed me. Like, did you get to it? The scene?
Yeah, that didn't bother me nearly as much.
We're
as just
not
the
junkyard
bullshit
hounds.
that is-
We're diamond dogs. I was like, nope, uninstall, trade it back in.
We just had that moment where that came around and just like.
I can hear that. What was that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. No, but seriously, like, God, the amount of cheese on that game, like,
Yeah.
man.
I feel bad that I couldn't get past it because I'm sure that the game is great aside from that, but it's just too much. It lays it on too thick, and I couldn't take it seriously.
I mean, it ruins the story for me, like, because it was so cheesy. But at least it made sense in the timeline of the other games, and it was the believability of it being like, about war, and they had these different people with different abilities and all that was okay. But man, now there's ghosts and shit, like ghost people. And
I'm relieved it's not just me.
I mean, I was lost, and like,
The weird
there's
thing
no
is
incentive that he plays so heavily. I mean, Hideo is a genius, I'm sure. He's made awesome games, and fucking PT would have been amazing if that released. But like, he that whole approach of starting like halfway and then discovering things on your own, or being, it's just, no, it doesn't work with that amount of cheese. Like, I don't have the incentive to keep figuring out what all this bullshit means. If the bullshit is just so much shit, there's no bull, It's like, I don't know. I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
I love that.
It's all shit and no bull.
Where's the bull? ¿Dónde está la vaca? But yeah, I mean, I just had to get that off my chest. Like, I was so disappointed. I'm glad it was free, because if I spent money on that, man.
Yeah. Don't be like me. I bought it. I got it cheap when I did, but I still traded it in.
I did too. Back whenever I first bought my my PS4, I had that moment where I'm like, another Metal Gear game, yes. And
I agree.
And then I was like, it's not really another Metal Gear game.
Yeah.
I was kind of sad because I read all the hype ahead of it, talking about that it was supposed to be more of like a prequel than it was anything else. Because it was supposed to tell more of the story of like Big Boss and everything from the first,
right?
The first instances of Metal Gear, all the way back to the NES. But it just really didn't seem like it like applied or like put together any of those storylines or anything like that. It was just like a big jumbled mess of randomly randomly tie balloons around animals and hope that they ended up back in your building, or knock people out back there and hope that they turned into like your allies.
No, that's a great way of saying it, because I mean, I have to say I was excited too, and I was that first scene in the hospital of like getting shot and then having to like recreate your face and all that shit, and then getting out, the whole stealth making, that was cool. I was really into it, and then you get to your base and you start figuring out what the hell's going on, and it's just it's so cringe-inducing. Oh my gosh, I want to punch something.
All of the cringe.
Anyway, but yeah, sorry. So, I just wanted to say that real fast.
No, you're good.
Okay. Well, now. Now we're warning you again.
Oh yeah, I forgot what we were talking about there for a second.
Now that we've got on the Metal Gear tangent.
False alarm. Now on to the real warning.
If you guys didn't hang around long enough before thinking spoilers were there.
Spoiler alert! Metal Gear 5 sucks! Not enough bull, too much shit.
Not quite as bad as Zelda 2, but it's up there.
Oh, for God's sake.
From the makers of... No, I'm just kidding. From the makers of The Division. And also... Oh, never mind.
God of War.
Oh, man, if anything right now, those people are just rolling. Oh. Such a hype game that paid dividends. Loving it.
Yes. It was quite good.
We're talking about God of War now?
Yes,
Or
we are
still
talking
Metal
about
Gear?
God of War
Oh.
now.
Okay, now Metal Gear. Okay, go. So, Snape kills Dumbledore, huh?
Spoiler
Didn't see that
out.
coming.
Yeah. I don't really know where to start. Like,
What
it
was your
really-
favorite? What was your favorite moment in that game?
My favorite
Like-
moment?
Yeah, like for me, it has to be the fight with the dragon and the mountain at the peak of the mountain.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never played any of the previous God of War games, and I have to say, like, I had a giant smile on my face that entire fucking fight. Like, just the scale and how epic and beautifully choreographed and everything. Man, I was just so into that, and that's like the first moment where I felt, holy shit, this is amazing. Like, this whole fucking game is so good. The story is great. The action is flawless, man. It was there that I was like instantly hooked to the point where I knew that I had to finish this game in 3 days or else I would go crazy.
Me being a fan of the old school God of War games and everything like that, I think that the first fight with the stranger
Yes.
still has to
Oh.
be my favorite moment of whatever, because there's that moment of like, there's somebody who just wants to pick a fight, and you're just like, all right, through the previous games of exactly how much of, how BA your character was before.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden, like, you punch the guy, like, all is well, and then next thing you know, it's like, oh, you thought you were, a badass, just wait.
Yeah, I think that was it for me too, but more because I was in a party with Dan and Buddy at the time. And I was not able to say anything, but like that moment where he's still the stranger and he just reels back and punches you and you go flying over the roof of the house, I was like, oh my God, shit is going down. I gotta go. And I just dropped out of that party like right now.
The end of that first fight, just the end, the cinematic end of that fight, I was like, oh God, here we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was so bad. Yeah, I like, ugh.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think for that moment specifically, though, it wasn't as like I was just shook. Like I was like, my eyes were, what the fuck just happened? And yeah, definitely impactful.
I think, like, for Josh and me, who played the other ones, I think that was the moment that, like, okay, yeah, whatever concern of this not being a God of War game, that's just been squashed.
Oh yeah, it was a
Like
real
that-
head turner.
Yeah, because
God damn it.
nicely, well
Oh,
played.
Josh, you taught me so well, man.
Jesus
It just
Christ.
starts to feel natural now, and I'm so proud of it.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, Ben. God, my heart swells. And then stabbed out with 2 giant swords. It's okay. Yes. But yeah, just that fight in general, like I said, knowing everything from the previous games and how much like he was trying to hide that stuff, and then that fight, I was like, I almost had like the giddy like schoolgirl like chewing my fingernails, like it's happening.
Yep, totally.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to picture
He's
Josh like that.
back.
It's kind of weird, but I'm excited.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I think there are a lot of moments like that, like you the thing you alluded to before, like uncovering the old weapons and all that. You're like, yeah, as much as he's changed, there's like they brought it back, and he has to face his history. It's like I liked that they didn't erase it, like he acknowledges it, and there's character development, but you can't change who he is.
Right.
And like from a story perspective, like because they could have played it safe and just make him the peaceful guy that's doing just trying to teach his son and all that. Like that's why I was apprehensive about the game at first. Is like how much will they change? And they nailed it, everything about it.
well, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Jen.
Oh, I mean, he has this long history and a lot of bad things, and they didn't cover that, right? It's all part of, like, every time he talks to the boy, you can feel that tension where he's like, I don't want to fucking tell you this because I don't want you to have to deal with it. And, the boy doesn't know any of that, so he just thinks that his dad is being a standoffish asshole, which he kind of is, but at the same time, like, there's this, he really is trying to keep him out of all of that.
Yeah. Well, so many feels.
At least his heart was in the right place. Removed from another area and given to somebody else in the woods to make potions.
So like I said, I never played the other games before, but Athena comes back, right? Isn't that a big deal? Is she like supposed to? Is that a vision, or is that like actually her kind of traveling through the realms?
It's
hard to say.
Yeah, it seems like more of the Zeus vision, if you will. But that's kind of hard to say because I don't know if they're going to DLC any of it or if anything like that's going to come out. There's going to be more stuff to go on. But kind of like, I know that we were all kind of briefly talking about it before, but for folks that don't know the God of War story, I mean, like Kratos kind of got fucked over real hard without lube by the gods. And
yeah, they were bad.
So he returned the favor.
They pretty much used the ashes of.
What just happened?
Hello?
You cut out there for a second.
Oh, sorry. I was making an inappropriate joke. I was saying they pretty much used the ashes of his family as.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
That's it. It was, but very true. Oddly enough, very true. But yeah, the amount of bullshit he's kind of gone through, it's definitely high time that he kind of get his own. And if you play through some of the other games, you'll actually see where he kind of gets kind of his spoils of war, if you will. But this definitely seems like it's a bit farther up that reference of like, all right, finally, I don't need the spoils of war. I kind of have everything I need to do, and I don't want to be a god and do your bidding anymore.
Yeah.
Let me settle down and just bringing them right back in, So.
Yeah, I still stand by my recommendation that Ben, like, you should play God of War 3 if you never have. Like, wait for it to go for sale, like the remastered version that they did on PS4. Like, now that you've finished this one, you can go back and see like what the gameplay was and what the lead-in is.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to keep that in.
Or let me know, and I'll just ship it over to you, and you can play it for a while.
Oh,
oh well, I didn't know that offer was on the table.
Because I got that physical copy, yo.
Damn.
Because you gotta have friends.
I'll swap my Division copy so you can play something too.
I'll just send you my Division copy while you're sending me yours.
Thanks, Brian.
And Ben, what was the thing that disappointed you? I'm curious to hear because I want to elaborate on that as well.
From the Division, or
no, for God of War. Division, we all know.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily a disappointment. Just, I mean, I was on such a high with this game, and the way that they had structured the whole Bifrost and traveling through realms and all. You have 9.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there were some that we couldn't get into, and there was one obviously that was going to be like the end game and that was going to culminate the story and all. But I was so sure that we'd be able to travel through all these different realms and experience all these different elements of the story, meet new characters and all. And we didn't, and it's okay because, like I said, the high from this game was just so strong that I didn't really mind. But it was slightly jarring how fast it ended. Like when we got to Jotunheim, I was assuming that we'd get closure on Faye and kind of be able to put that story to rest, fully be able to bond with Atreus and kind of this, all right, this was our moment. We're having this moment. We've gotten to the summit. Awesome. Now we have to address, these assholes who we just murdered and their father, Odin and Thor and all that shit. So I thought,
I totally wasn't even thinking about that, but I'm glad you said that. Probably one of my highlight moments of the game so far was whenever you axed that dude in the face.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Oh man.
I wasn't even paid. I was like, I made a mental note that I wanted to bring that up whenever we started talking about the story and everything like that. And then whenever you said that I was like, oh god, wait.
Yes. Also Mimir, axing him in the face was a great decision because he's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
One of the highlights of this game is in story time.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much like all the characters, like the villains or the good guys, they were all like really, really good and really memorable. Like so,
it makes this game really makes you feel it in your scrot. I mean, it's
Brock
and Sindri though.
Yes.
And then I'm assuming, Josh, based on where you are, they'd already met back up.
Not just yet.
You said you got the Black Rune.
I did. I got it, and then came up out of the pit, and then
he's right there.
I'm literally right there.
Oh, he's got to be like 5 steps.
He's about to go back to the main area and see that they're together again.
It's all right. I don't have any issue with that. I'm not one of those people that if you ruin the story for me, I'm not going to play it and be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go bad about it.
Yeah, Dan.
I mean, I actually had the big reveal at the end spoiled for me. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the big one?
Well, it depends on what your definition of the big one is.
I mean, it's not like the.
You gotta What? Sorry, go ahead.
It's not like my one buddy who, whenever I went to go see Avengers, was like, "Oh, hey, by the way, at the end, fill in the blank."
No way.
Yeah, before I even got there, I was like, I already kind of knew that because I knew the comics, dipshit. But anyway.
The latest one?
Yeah.
Oh, what a fuck face.
Yeah.
Kids these days.
Well, I guess I can't really.
Yeah, apparently his wife and blah blah blah, and I was like, "Oh, you calm down." I already knew it was going to happen, but jeez.
What a screw.
I'm trying to be non-descriptive here for those of you that haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah, no. That's
go see it. Good movie.
I mean, I can play another round of sounds if you want, and we can talk about it.
No, I think we're good.
Oh, but getting back to Dan's original point, that was, again, it wasn't a huge disappointment, but I mean, obviously, I think Dan was saying earlier that the Balrog guy, he plans on releasing another couple games, so it's good.
Yeah, I think he's got, the story for 5 more of them set up. I saw that quote go by somewhere. But
so
yeah,
awesome.
I'm totally with you that it left a bit of a bitter taste. As great as the game is, it was a bit of a letdown because they're talking so much about Thor and Odin, and you see those other realms on that map,
right?
And then
you never even meet him. You never even see him.
No, exactly. I didn't think that Baldur would be the big bad of that game. So we're fighting Odin and Thor's cronies, the muscle men, but then we never even see him. So
that's true. Exactly.
It's not to take away from the game and all the greatness that it is because it's fucking fantastic. But it's just it felt like they set it up for that and they kind of pulled the rug out from under you just at the end.
It kind of makes sense though because if he's gonna do 5 more games,
it totally
has
does.
to be Odin has to be a big deal.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
He's the guy,
and it's super effective at making you want to keep playing and want to I was telling Dan earlier, she's like, I hope they don't release DLC. I just want them to spend every waking minute of their time that they have on the next game so that it can be just as awesome. Because DLC would just be filler, really,
Well, it'll depend how good it is. But but I agree. Like they need to resolve these stories in this. I feel the same way as you. Like you said, it ended just a touch too fast for me.
Is there such thing as good DLC? I'm trying to think.
Well, you're putting me on the spot to come up with one now, but
Right, Dan. Because there isn't any.
Well, I look at it this way. If you look at like God of War 1 and God of War 2, like God of War 1, the first time like all the crazy stuff was happening, and the end of that game was you fight Ares.
So that plays into it too. Like I played the other ones.
Bad guy in that one?
Yeah, Ares was the bad guy in that one.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And then after you get through all that and you basically become the new Ares, like everything goes downhill and you go nuts, and then the gods try to screw you over again, and then you go fight Zeus.
Yeah.
And then you just, that's like where 2 ends. And then 3 kind of sets the stage for all this other stuff, but then like 4, it's like you start going to like the whole Norse mythology and everything like that instead of the Greek stuff, and so it's like everything kind of switches over. So I mean, I know the DLC stuff's got to be coming out, but I know there's got to be like an Odin something in there somewhere. So even if they DLC it out, I think it'll still be fun. But I think it'll probably be a little further ways down there. I don't necessarily know that they'll make another one to kind of build off this if it's not going to be DLC content.
Oh, you don't think they're going to make like a God of War 2 in this universe? I hope so.
I would like if they would, because I think that would be cool, but I don't know if it's going to turn into that or if it's going to be like a long, drawn out, like heavy duty DLC type content.
I think you need to get to the end to decide.
Yeah, I think that once you get there, maybe you'll have a different.
Because it can kind of go in a lot of directions after.
Right. Right. I almost said something like that. I like, nope, not going to say that. But it's there's so many. Well, I had the thing spoiled for me that I'm not going to spoil for Josh because he's not there yet. And there was that, but that's not really that big of a deal in the big scheme of what happens at the end. It kind of
is the thing that got ruined for you a 4-letter word that begins with L?
Yes.
Okay.
And also another aspect of that.
A 5-letter word that ends with T?
Yes.
Gotcha. We're good, Josh. Don't worry, man. We got your back, bro.
Oh, yeah.
As a matter of fact, yes. So I knew that going in, but there were other things that I started thinking about, and when Sindri mentions the piece of the mistletoe arrow, and it just all clicked into. I was like, oh my god, I gotta finish this game right now.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
You knew the mythology of it, so you instantly knew what was going on then.
Exactly. I was like, oh, mistletoe, huh? And it just, all the little lines and all the little dots. And I was like, oh my god. I'm over here messaging Dan like, Dan, the lines, the dots on the bulletin board with the strings in between them. They're connecting.
I was like, yep. You became that meme from,
Which meme?
The one of, I forget the guy's name, the one from, Charlie Day.
I
guess I'll have to post in the show notes now because it'll be weird without doing it. But yeah, I'll share it as we discuss.
Right on.
And Dan's like, I'm not saying anything.
No.
Meanwhile, I'm over here like, I know I'm right. Putting the thumbtacks in my pictures on the bulletin board with the strings. Yes, that's right. Got all the dots.
You do have your whiteboard.
I do.
I wouldn't be surprised if you have a little genealogy set up there.
I just sent it in our Discord. You'll see. It's exactly what you have in mind. But yeah. It's the one of Charlie Day with exactly the whiteboard and the pins and everything. The conspiracy theory one.
Right here. They all connect. They all line up. Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. and then I found out that I was right, and I just got to have that little moment of like, I was right. I knew. It didn't play. I mean, the real mythology is a little different than what goes down in the game.
Well, like it was in the other ones too. So like there's some creative liberty with it, of course.
Which
but
of course
it's cool if you know it. Yeah.
Right. But it's still, the basis is still there. And I just thought that was so neat. And if you played Senua, or Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, that story comes up in there as well. Just because they're in the same, like, she's in...
Oh, she's in Helheim.
She does visit Helheim, yes. She does end up there. I think Hel is actually her final nemesis. I think that's who she's going after. She's going after Hela to get back her boyfriend's soul or whatever. I think that's how that was going. But there's a guy that she had met in the wilderness, and the lore stones that you find throughout the game that are his voice telling stories. One of those stories is the story of Baldur. So it was kind of like, it's just, neat to know all that ahead of time going in, like, oh, this is so cool.
Oh, man. Are you going to finish it tonight, Josh?
Good chance. We'll
That's
see.
nice.
I just saw in the chat that Mag Maria just finished it.
Oh.
I wonder what he thinks. I'm so excited. It's so exciting when people finish this game.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what's going to come next because there's a lot of unresolved storylines. There's so many ways it can go, including what Josh has seen. So there's Freya. She's that story's not over.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There's knowing that Tyr has seen other other realms and all that. Seen other gods. So what how he did that. Does Odin have that now?
Well, it's weird because Tyr has to know who Kratos is, right? Doesn't he have like a fucking ceremony? He has a ceremonial urn of him there,
right?
So obviously he knew what was going down with that, and
Mimir even says oh shit, yeah, you're him, of course, So it's not just Tyr that knew about him,
right?
So
oh man,
excite.
It's so cool. And I love Norse mythology. I mean, we talked about that before. So I like this universe that we're in better, I think, than I would have related to the Greek.
Yeah, it's more like, is relatable the right word? I don't know. I don't know, more fun, maybe more fantastical, which is what I like about it. I agree.
Fantasticles.
And I was trying to remember how much of the first God of War I actually played. And I think it was more than I'm giving it credit for. Because I remember, I don't know. I think I got a pretty decent ways into it.
What system did it come out for again? Was that PS1?
Yeah. That was PS2.
There's two.
Oh, PS2. Nice.
It was 2?
Because PS2, God of War came out for PS2, and God of War 2 came out for PS2, and then God of War 3 bridged the gap into PS3.
Oh, did they re-released them though, right? They put them on
Yeah.
PS3 because that's where I had them.
Oh, gotcha.
That is correct.
Man,
Yeah, because I had PS2 for all that.
I'm happy.
God of War 2 and loving it.
I'm happy for his success, and I love how he's a developer that really, I think I may have mentioned this last time, but I just love that he's a developer who really loves his craft and is so proud of it, and he's so proud of his team, and isn't about the bottom line or making the shareholders happy or whatever that is. And I mean, those tears that he had were real, man, and that's what made this game so good. So I can only imagine what this next step's going to be.
Well, I think gladly for us as gamers, he can probably do whatever project he wants for the rest of his career after that. So I think there's going to be a lot to look forward to.
Right.
Right on.
I don't think that Sony or whatever company it is that ultimately is behind all of this is probably just pleased. They're like, you know what? You do what you need to do, big guy.
Hey, you do you, buddy.
Yeah. We're here for you. Until you mess up, and then we'll be mad. But
Man, Sony's gotten so lucky with their games. I don't know, lucky or if they've been smart, but man, Xbox over there is having a little trouble, huh?
Well, come on, they got Sea of Thieves, guys.
Oh shit! That is a game I do want to try out. Not gonna lie, it looks fun.
It's same here, but I've not to
Sea of
bash on
Thieves
the
versus
Xbox,
God of
but
War.
yeah. So PS3 won the exclusives contest. That's for sure, like hands down.
Yeah, agreed.
all right.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen,
So I
this
believe
is
that.
Mambo number 5.
Yes, I believe. I haven't heard that for a long time.
Oh, that was my high school experience right there.
It's funny. I mean, I listened to some Ricky Martin
Yeah.
back in the day.
What?
All right.
It's not a video game soundtrack?
Hey, it took me a while to come into my own with that.
Yeah, I support that. I support Ricky Martin.
Who is that Shakira?
No, I told you it took me a while to come into my own, and now that I am there, that is all that I am. It's not my fault. Like, I wouldn't even recognize bands that I do like from their appearance alone. Like, well, I don't know who that is. So, don't hate. Don't judge me. Radios don't have pictures, you guys. Anyway, I think we're done. This concludes episode 21 of the Hardcore Casuals podcast.
Thank you for joining us.
This concludes the episode of Mad Dog 2020 and all the horrible other things you would drink when by chance of age.
Mad Dog 2020. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Boone's Farm.
For me,
Montezuma.
it was.
What are you talking about back then? That was like a few days ago.
For me, I think that my age 21 christening was a green apple teeny, and I hated it.
Lots and lots of Jaeger.
I had that.
I was gonna say Jaeger for me.
Oh yeah,
No.
mine was a Long Island iced tea and a Four Horsemen shot. Or no, Four Horsemen. Yeah, that's what it is, right? It's like a whole bunch of shots of Jose Cuervo,
Oh God.
Jack Daniels, one shot of Jack Daniels, one shot of Jose Cuervo, one of Johnny. I don't remember.
It wasn't the 5-star general? They didn't put you through that?
I'm not sure.
I don't
Maybe
know
it
what
was.
that is.
I just remember vomiting a lot.
Yeah, these are not
Yeah.
things that I knew about.
All right. So anyway, next time, lots of drinks that we have to remember from our 21st birthday of podcasting,
There you go.
and then there we go, and then we'll
We'll go from there.
do other fun things from that point.
Yay.
Yay!
Goodbye.
Otra
Later.
que sí.